Wait
And I was
for
like,
it.
So who gets the
oatmeal,
first
Hold on,
word?
it's still. Okay, there we go. It is now
Rah,
on YouTube,
rah,
so I can
Rasputin.
transition to the
Russia's
studio.
smallest queen.
Do.
Wanna
Welcome,
be the very
ladles and
best.
gentle spoons of post-apocalyptia, to the train wreck that is the typical Radmeter podcast.
I mean,
Wait, do we play the
considering it's like
spoons?
already a train wreck and we didn't even start recording until just now.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, hold on, I can't hear anything. Hold on.
Guys, it's a bit drafty.
Okay.
Yeah, you wanna patch
There's
that hole
currently
like there's a hole
nobody
in the wall.
watching, so we can say whatever.
No, it's
the
because
hell
I'm not wearing pants.
Didn't I?
Well, now.
Did I give you pants?
Oh,
I don't think you did.
You did not give his character pants, but don't worry, we're ponies. Ponies
It's a
don't-
bit drafty, just saying.
I don't like ponies wearing pants still. I've
Listen, I
gotten
did it to get
over-
away from the cutie mark, okay? I didn't know. I was too lazy.
Do you not have a cutie mark?
Nope, I don't plan on getting one either, because it just seems like a bunch of stuff that's not needed for my character. I'd rather just be a
Cutie mark is
regular
kinda
dude.
important. It's a pony thing. It's like
Yeah, I know it's a pony thing. It's just I don't think it's required to like wear your personality on your butt. You know?
I mean,
no, but it's not like it depends on what it is because it's either your personality or your job.
well, then we have Looney over there, who's a turtle.
I mean, I have
I
a cutie mark,
prefer
but-
the water.
I don't blame you.
Well, I gave
I
you a
know,
It's a lot
bathtub.
weirder down there.
I made you a bathtub and a rubber ducky.
Yes.
It's very comfy, and I love the duck.
Oh, guys, remember those books with like the yellow duck, and you'd be like, "Where's the yellow duck in the picture?"
What?
And it's like, "Oh, there it is."
What the fuck
Anybody
are you talking about?
I'm talking about children books.
But it just sounds like worse. Where's Waldo?
Okay, well.
No, it was like really. It was like developing finding skills in children. I really like those books.
Yeah, but that's what Where's Waldo was for.
No, I think
Yeah, that's
I
for
think he's
experts.
referring
We're
to,
talking
like,
about
those-
5-year-old children.
He's referring what he's referring to. I think is one of those books that they actually make them with MLP content stuff as well, where there's like a sound box attached to it, and so like at certain points in the book, you hit the button for a certain sound.
Now, see,
No,
those-
I'm literally talking about a book that's just meant for you to find the yellow ducky.
Okay. Anyways, so first
Why
order of
are there
business.
3 links?
I turned 24 today. Today is my birthday, and I had nothing else to do
Happy
with this
birthday!
podcast.
Happy birthday.
So, yeah, oh wait, we got to worry about
birthday.
copyright, guys.
Yes, because the
Oh, yeah.
birthday
No, see,
song
I
is
know a
actually
non-copyright-
copywritten.
I know a non-copyright song, and one that's a Happy Birthday song. I think it lost its copyright the last couple of years. Two,
Yes,
I know
yes.
one that isn't, because it's
Guys, I
'cause
just
it's
looked
the
it
one
up.
that my
There's
dad
a book.
always sung me
Oh my god.
from the SCA.
There's a book called Slow Death by Rubber Duck. The secret danger of everyday things. Paperback, January 1st. I can buy a paperback copy for $13.17.
Why?
The Slow Death by Rubber Duck.
You're a rubber duck.
So
Frickin' Ernie being like, "No, you take it."
So it turns out it was my headphones. I switched headphones. Now everyone is like screaming in my ear. So let me turn everyone's volume down.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice.
Oh my.
Rah rah Rasputin.
Okay.
Sorry. What was I doing?
Singing another copyrighted song.
Singing.
It wasn't copyrighted.
Singing a non-copywritten birthday song.
Happy birthday.
Yo, happy birthday. happy birthday. Yo, what up? It's your birthday. Done.
Okay.
May the candles on your cake burn like cities in your wake.
That sounds copyrighted.
Birthday. It's the Viking birthday song from the SCA. Nothing's copyrighted at the SCA.
What about the birthday song from the YMCA? Ooh.
YMCA.
Okay.
Now,
So
see, if you
Young man.
play that, then a whole bunch of white people will start dancing.
okay. So
White people, come on.
That's
So
the stereotype.
So, second order of business is the true purpose of this podcast. So we finally, after like 5 months basically sitting on our hooves because there was a time in there where I could have edited and uploaded this a lot earlier. We have...
What were we doing during that time? I question the reason we didn't do anything.
We were...
I was dealing with minor depression, actually. But other than that, I found out that I like anime. Something I forgot.
Okay, well, the real reason we were gonna wait 5 months was because we were gonna, in that 5-month period, actually I think it was 4 months. It would have been 5 months next month, but anyways, the 4-month period, we were supposed to edit like the first like half of the season, get done like half the season, so I could actually, I could actually post on a monthly basis. Yeah, that didn't happen because.
You remember how the fact that we have edited exactly the one video?
Wait, exactly the one video? We only have one video out?
We have two.
Three, technically, because of the prologue that people don't really know.
Prologue doesn't count.
I'm not in that one!
Okay, well, so episode 2 was on the Ministry of Image. In case you haven't watched it, if you haven't, why the hell are you here? Go watch it.
Don't send away the viewers that came here by accident. Maybe they're interested. This is our sell point.
There are only 3 people watching, and I'm fairly certain they're all us.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm probably watching this in retrospect. Hi, future me. I know you're depressed.
Okay.
Relatable.
So this part of the reason why this one took so long to get through was originally the 3 Raider characters, which are bad raiders. Not bad in like they're raiders, so they're evil. They're really bad at being raiders.
Fuck off.
Like Bad Horse, he's just bad.
Bad Horse is a great villain.
But basically, so we have this 3 Stooges Raider characters that were originally going to be voiced by members of the crew because they were kind of recurring but kind of minor characters. And this was before I cast Ivory as El Dante, a future character that has yet to be introduced. He's a ghoul character. Look forward to that. I think he
still working on that voice, by the way.
Well,
it's been
carrying me out a while.
I mean,
yo, what up, my bros?
Well, actually, okay, you don't have to put the gruffness into the voice because I have an audio effect that makes you sound like weirdly ethereal. Anyways,
you could have told me that before I practiced it for 2 months. You could have told me that.
That must have been a rough time.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. To be fair, it was a recent discovery. Okay, I was listening to formerly Visual Pony, the narrator, now Pony and Wolf Productions.
The wolf is a cutie.
Yeah.
Hashtag not sponsored.
They're another people who make audiobook things. For Fallout Equestria. Anyways,
and a lot of other stuff.
Anyways, I was listening to their Fallout Equestria Project Horizons, and I'm like, how does he make his ghoul voice the way that he does? So I pay him $1 on Patreon to be in his Discord, and I actually asked him. He goes, "Oh, I use this effect called Chorus. I found a similar effect in the program I use. It's not exactly the same effect he said, but it's still called Chorus. It basically makes whatever you put the audio over, it makes it sound like it's being said by multiple people at slightly different pitches. So it just kind of gives a weird, like, ethereal, like, not otherworldly effect to a voice. And
yeah, but you still need the gravel.
Maybe you still need the gravel. I'll
Yay!
Jesus!
See, now you just sound like a Toydarian.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Did I want
don't work on Toydarians?
I have a headphone in, and that,
like
and you're like, you're clipping, you're being all kinds of no, stop.
I'll push my microphone farther away if that'll make you happy.
Okay.
You know, like Watto from the prequels.
So
that's actually what I started with.
Okay. Can I?
It's a starting.
Can I?
Yeah, sorry.
May I speak?
I'm sorry.
No, you, the producer, cannot end up speaking for, the rest of the thing.
Okay. Anyways, so, when I was writing the episode initially, I was binge watching Red vs. Blue, so there was a little bit of Caboose in Mud, a little bit of Church in Skeeves, and a little bit of maybe Tucker in Flog. However, kind of remixed to be basically anti-hero kind of like, because they're raiders. And it was going to be me as Mud. And then I gave the option to the other guys, like, which character do you want to play? And then Chalkfeet chose Flog, and Ivory chose Skeeves. However, I recorded my initial lines as Mud, and I'm not a voice actor. I'm not good at voice acting. I thought that it would be a fun, like, little character for me to play, but, like...
You're just a comic horse.
I really didn't like my voice, and so after some... twiddling my hooves, so to speak, on whether or not I should still play Mud, I eventually recast it as with Looney as Mud.
You should have just gotten people to record the second episode too, while you were working on the first one.
Probably. Anyways,
I mean the third episode. You know what I meant.
So that's why Looney is here. He's now playing the character of Mud. Along with, I believe you're also cast as Lionheart.
Yes, Lionheart. Fun character. I forget the voice every time.
Well, yeah,
I forget what I'm supposed to do because it's been so long since recording sessions.
Did I hear Ryanheart?
Ryanheart?
Lionheart.
Oh, wow.
Yes, you heard. Yeah.
I think
At first, I was thinking, oh, it's going to be something like deep, like Reinhardt. But no.
Well,
No, he's
different.
the point of him is that he's constantly doing
the Royal Canterlot voice.
Royal Canterlot voice.
Well, okay, we'll get to that when we have the Lion and Mouse episode podcast, guys.
Wait, that's constantly what I use because I can't shut up and I always yell everything.
I think that's more like comic.
Except louder!
Roast.
Yes.
Anyways, so Forrest, we finally have art for you when you show up in these podcasts. Previously, you either were a disembodied voice, or I just like put a random piece of fan art you handed me of your OC, and then we actually have.
Yeah.
You actually exist.
Was he actually in a podcast before?
Yes, I think he's been in like.
Yeah.
Two
It looks like
before.
I'm petting him.
It does.
It looks like I'm petting him.
I ain't saying no.
Yeah!
Missing my face.
I could have been.
That's something I'd actually do. I like showing physical affection to people in platonic ways.
It's kind of
Oh.
funny that Ivory is so much smaller than, because you're all ponies, but you're all like wildly different sizes because of the way I drew them. And so
I tried to make the scale of the picture even, but it's really difficult. Okay.
see, like Forrest is so much bigger than Ivory, and Ivory is like taller than you, and you're like the same size as the.
Forrest is
Dude.
closer to the front, is closer to the camera, quote unquote, and than Ivory is.
Yeah, but he should be the same size as you at least, or you're just really small.
I mean, I
Listen,
am a really
can we
big
just
person
imagine
in
it
real
like a
life.
really tiny horse is petting a really big horse?
And also, with we had issues with my OC, me saying he looked too much like a foal. But I'm in like the mid ground. Forrest is in the foreground, and
Well, no, you should reverse each other because the way you are layered looks like you're in the foreground and Forrest is in the midground because you're layered on top of the table and he's layered behind.
Oh, okay. I'm just.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Just, I'll fix it for the next podcast. I like how we just spent a couple minutes. We just spent a couple minutes discussing the image that everyone is probably looking at.
I
Listen,
mean,
we have-
I'm
we like to have
still
fun.
not sure we have anyone actually watching us. It doesn't matter.
Hi, us! It's
I
gonna be
actually
fun.
just have 3 other tabs open watching it. There's people watching us, don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm watching us because I can see the thing. So that I can see chat if chat appears, but there isn't chat.
We all know that's never gonna happen unless it's us.
No, like, we usually get a lot of chat. Like, we got chat last time, didn't we?
I think
Yeah.
for a little bit, yeah. I think it's
Or am I just thinking of the Hakon podcast?
You might be thinking of the Hakon, but I think we had a bit of a chat last time. I think it depends on the time of day. We are kind of later in the day because we had to account for the Mountain Time Zone people.
Hi.
Sorry. I thought I was muted.
By the way, the funny thing is that remember I made it that bathtub for her, so
Nang Nanny, yeah, originally.
So conceptually it's supposed to shrink something down. So conceptually Looney is like
a giant
5 times as tall as the ponies, and also that rubber duck is probably the size of a pony.
You know what? Headcanon
You notice, I
accepted.
just noticed how many times you said conceptually.
Hey,
Shush.
hey, headcanon accepted.
Oh look,
I'm
people are
not-
actually watching it. Oh, there they go. No, seriously, like there were like 6 people watching, and then one went away.
Oh well.
Like,
Okay.
oh, hell no.
As a minor note, I just tested. You can open as many tabs as you want. You only count as one view.
Okay.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
No, see, what
Just a minor note.
you have to do is you have to have it open on your computer under one account, then log into another YouTube channel on your phone and view it from that account.
Yes,
That's
yes.
still
Okay, let's
considered
get this view
cheating.
count up.
Yeah, artificial view botting.
Freaking remember
no,
when
no.
somebody thought that YouTube Loop would actually get them more views?
Well, hold on. View botting is bad. That's just us viewing it from another account. Totally different.
Welcome to the Rad Meter podcast, where we occasionally talk about ponies and Fallout.
And where we occasionally decide not to have fun.
Only
Yeah.
occasionally, though.
Only occasionally.
Okay, so today I made one of the most interesting impulse buys, but also the best use of $100 of my birthday
A
money.
Bill Cosby plate.
No.
That would be interesting.
But also
Or zip zap zippity boop off the table.
the best use of probably $100 of my birthday money that I could possibly have imagined. I got a replica of a plasma rifle from Fallout.
You know, you could have
Oh,
used
yeah,
that
so-
on like furthering your business.
Nah, that's dumb.
My birthday money, dude. It was either use it towards BronyCon or get a piece of a cosplay, and I chose to get a piece of a cosplay. So I'm
Wait,
That's furthering our branding, so that
plasma
works.
Rifle for $100.
okay. Well, okay. So it's a recently added item to the ThinkGeek / GameStop exclusive item list that they have, and so basically it was $119.99. Basically $120, but when I went to purchase it, the guy behind the counter was randomly scanned in this Marvel bag with like a picture of like Thanos on it from I think the it's a video game involving Thanos, not the movie. I think, but if you get the bag, and you spend over a certain amount of money, the bag ends up being free. And you also save $20 on whatever you were purchasing, so it ended up being like $100.98 or something like that. I'm like, cool. Nice. And now I have the only thing I wish is if I wish it made a noise when you pulled the trigger, it just lights up green with the LEDs and stuff like that.
Dude, that is good enough. That's good enough. Do you have any idea how annoying sound guns are? It's like they run a battery. It's like if it glows, that's cool enough.
I wish it was a Gauss rifle. I prefer the Gauss weaponry to the plasma weaponry, but
you just want to shoot stuff with lightning.
I prefer me cold hard metal.
I prefer myself a dark gunmetal type.
Weapons. I
So
like unique weapons way more than other types of weaponry.
I like boring
Four,
weapons
what
because
up, my
I'm
man?
boring.
You like your standard ballistic weapons? Well, in the context
Yeah.
of Fallout Equestria, you could have a ballistic weapon that's enchanted to burn people alive when it's shot.
I prefer the alien pistol purely because it's freaking cool and reminds me of B movies from the 50s.
Yeah, but in the Fallout Equestria universe, the alien pistol is fucking evil.
Yeah, it is literally
Oh!
it is literally a gun from the stars.
It is literally like made by like Zebra Satan.
Well, you see, I mean, they heavily imply that there is sort of extraterrestrial life.
Yeah, it's complicated. It doesn't matter.
I was talking about like normal Fallout, but okay.
Well, no, like in normal, you know what my favorite weapon is? Lucky.
What's that?
Yeah.
I really love Lucky.
What's Lucky?
And also the
Revolver.
mysterious Magnum. Lucky is the 6-shooter, the unique variant of the
357.
Yeah, it's got like a long barrel and it's got ivory handles with a
Hello.
a spades on it, or is it a clubs or
Something, I don't know. It's got some engravings on it.
Is it
yeah, I think it's
I'm guessing it's
something.
a gun you find in New Vegas.
Yeah. You get it.
How did you know?
It's actually one of the earliest unique weapons that you can find because you can get it as long as you have like as soon as you get to Prim. You can get it as
Remember
soon
that
as you get
guy
to
is just
Prim.
like, my story's not that all interesting.
There's actually no real story tied to it, which is kind of fun because I get to imagine stories. Now,
Well, when you get the lucky weapon, you end up screwing over New Vegas because you always win every time.
to be fair,
whoa. I don't need a weapon to help me be good at the New Vegas casinos. I just make my character have 9 or 10 luck because
yeah, I always do that.
I like wasting my stats on luck.
I just get instant like as much money as possible. It's just great.
It's great. I get kicked out of every casino. First, okay, so you have after you deal with Prim, you have to wait 3 in-game days, encounter some renegade NCR troops who are deserters, either kill them or scare them off, then wait like another 3 days, and then it opens Prim as a casino. Get kicked out of Prim. And then in Freeside, you get kicked out of the Atomic Wrangler, and then get kicked out of all the casinos on the strip, and then in the Dead Money DLC, take the extra time to activate the Sierra Madre as an actual casino, and get kicked out of that one too.
You can get kicked out for what?
No, well, I mean not
Too
kicked.
much
Being
money.
too lucky.
Basically, if you win a certain amount, the pit boss comes over and gives you like free food or free drink. Then you win a little bit more, and he gives you a free food or some armor or whatever. Then you win a little bit more. He'll comp you like the presidential or like the penthouse suite, depending on the casino. And then you win a little more. And
I really wish those frickin' suites like were more useful.
And then they allow you to, and they don't allow you to gamble at the casino anymore, but you can explore any of the other amenities. And for each casino, the limits are different amounts.
Yeah, it's increasing because like the Ultra Lux is the highest one. I really wish at the Ultra Lux that frickin' area was like actually your home, because I would totally want that to be my home.
You get the
but you can't put anything in the
then
containers because
with
everything
Benny
in
and
there
you
is
just kill
stealing.
him.
you get a place at the Lucky 38.
Yeah, but the Ultra Lux is cooler.
Isn't the Ultra Lux with the White Glove Society that are actually secretly cannibals?
Whoa, spoilers! I'm just kidding.
I mean, the first time I played, I was a cannibal.
True, you can get a perk that allows you to do that.
Which is really fun because I just go in and it's like, hello, I'm a cannibal too. And they're like, what? Who told you that? And I just, go and start killing humans. I never had a companion at that point, though. If I had a human companion, I could have sold them for meat.
Wait, you can sell.
So I accidentally took Sandy, I think her name was.
Cassidy?
Yeah, I took Cassidy to that thing where you can get a crap ton of money if you let in the bomber.
What?
Okay, so the deal is, there's like this place that sells plasma weapons.
Oh, the Van Graffs. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
See,
I took her to the Van Graffs, accidentally enacted a bounty hunt mission, and I'm like,
Isn't
wait,
she
why
the
the
one
frick
that
are they...
hates the Van Graffs?
Okay. So I actually I had one playthrough where I actually continued the Van Graff faction storyline, where you end up convincing Cass to come with you, and she gets killed. actually killed, not like your companion gets knocked out killed. And then the only change is that at the end of the game during the Battle of Hoover Dam 2, the NCR has plasma weaponry. That's the only major change, and I like the companions. I don't like killing off my companions if I can help it. So
I really wish there was more, like, the things that you got in New Vegas, like, did more in the end.
Yeah, and so what I end up doing now is I play the Van Graff quest line until they have me go get Cassidy. Then I hang out with Cassidy until her companion quest activates, and I visit all of the caravan wreckages, and then then kind of stop temporarily when it gets to the point where you have to kill the Van Graff family. Then I find the Brotherhood of Steel, change the head of the Brotherhood of Steel to the guy that will let me.
Why is this so complicated for you?
Hold on, to the guy that will let me join the Brotherhood of Steel without having to jump through too many hoops. The only hoop I have to jump through is wipe out the Van Graff family. Well, that's fantastic. Okay, let me go get Cassidy and finish her quest, and I wipe out the Van Graff family and get, like, my favorite weapon in the entire game, the Plasma Caster. Which you get it from
Okay,
John...
so I tried to go for the peaceful ending the first time, but I accidentally put in the asshole who won't let peace happen.
Mr. House?
No. I put in the asshole in the Brotherhood of Steel.
The second guy.
Oh, you mean you actually you did the whole thing to usurp the current elder, or you didn't?
I thought that would help me bring peace.
He was a military guy.
I only do that because it's a quick shortcut to join the Brotherhood of Steel and get power armor. Although I
thought that was what I was supposed to do, though. I didn't know that would make it impossible. I had to download a mod to rectify it.
I always do exactly one thing. I always go free Vegas.
I always go with the ending where you kill House and you go with Yes Man.
Yes Man's the best. He's my best friend.
Exactly.
However, usually I tell him to ignore all the factions and get an interesting play out at the end where, like, it's a free New Vegas, the Brotherhood of Steel take over Helios 1, yada yada yada. This time, I'm not telling him to ignore the other factions. I want to see what happens.
I don't think anything happens because I don't remember anything happening. I'm telling him to ignore anybody.
Okay, he's ignoring the boomers because they'll follow me without whoever I back, and I believe he's ignoring the Gamora because I actually did that quest line, and so I installed someone who will be better than the two leaders originally at Gamora. So basically, what I'm assuming will happen is that Yes Man will just take out the other two families, and the Gamora will take over the strip.
That's dumb. I mean, like that would just be awful for the. I may have.
Listen, if you want to have sex and booze and fun, then you go with the Gamoras.
the Gamora. Oh, come on. The White Glove Society is a perfectly good faction.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
What?
Not that faction.
Oh, hey, Coffee. It's Coffee Pone from the Fallout Equestria writers.
Yes, I was supposed to say hello, Coffee.
Hi, Coffee.
Wait, Looney, is Looney okay? He muted himself.
He's fine.
Yes,
he just doesn't want to bullshit.
Fine,
He's
sitting.
He's probably not a fan of Fallout and Fallout New Vegas, and he didn't want to interrupt our riveting conversation.
Oh, I'm super sorry. I didn't know we were like excluding you from this conversation. You should have said something.
No, it's perfectly fine. I'm used to it.
Now I feel bad. So, Looney, what do you want to talk about?
I have no idea. I haven't been on a podcast in a while, so I'm not quite prepared on what to do.
Well, you just talk about random shit.
Well,
so how about them?
When we were supposed to talk about the episode, we kind of covered that. We were supposed to talk about the fact that it's my birthday. We also covered that. So,
happy birthday.
Now we talk about random shit.
Covered it.
I mean, you could describe the process in which you accidentally almost choked yourself trying to make the mud voice.
Well, I mean, it's not that I choked myself to it, it's that it sounds like I'm choking as I'm doing it.
That's hot.
Oh, dang it. I'm getting Gur
'Cause I mean-
flashbacks.
I mean, he's kind of like this.
That kind of sounds like I'm choking myself while I'm doing it.
Why didn't we just
You
go
have
for
a very
Goofy?
odd voice.
What? Nah,
Although-
my voice is normal.
Although
The
when I
comic
was,
has a very weird voice, to be honest.
although when I was
Well, Comic cannot, like, he's got, like, a Patrick Warburton face. I mean, Philly's, gosh dang it, I can't speak.
what do you mean?
Patrick Warburton syndrome is basically something that I qualify as literally no matter what you do, you're just hired for your one voice.
You mean Lemony Snicket or Kronk or the guy from Hyperion in the Tales from the Borderlands, that guy?
I'm so glad you didn't say Joe from Family Guy.
Oh, and Joe from Family Guy.
Dang it!
Wait,
You were so close.
what
but you
about
had to
Lemony
tell him with the
Snicket?
right
Yeah,
hand.
never mind. Anyway,
Okay, Lemony.
Kronk's the best. I love him.
In the
He's
in the
adorable.
Netflix original series,
Okay.
A Series
You
of
know what? I
Unfortunate
don't care.
Event, Patrick
I'm too
Warburton.
lazy to watch that.
Patrick Warburton plays the character Lemony Snicket in.
I'm too lazy to watch that, so...
Other than the movie that had starring Jim Carrey, Jim Carrey, Jim Carrey, Jim Carrey,
Oh,
Jim Carrey, Jim Carrey.
Can I say that NPH makes a better Count Olaf than Jim Carrey? Don't at me.
No. I'm just saying. I remember seeing whenever I watched the SpongeBob movie, I'd always had that ad for the Series of Unfortunate Events, and we'd always make the same joke because it would say starring Jim Carrey, Jim Carrey,
Because it would show Olaf and his various disguises. Yeah. I still say that Neil Patrick Harris is a better Olaf, although both Carey and Harris, both I might refer to them by their last names. Anyways, both of them played a very eccentric Count Olaf, but I think the character is actually supposed to be a bit more cunning and actually like disappear into his disguises a bit more, with only the kids being able to figure it out. But in every interpretation of it, for some reason,
The books described him as having really bad disguises.
Okay, I never read the books.
I read some of them. I don't remember reading all of them, but I know.
Well, you see, I
read
read half of the manga.
It's not a what?
No, but I also read the supplementary material.
Oh, like the unofficial guy, the unofficial like autobiography one thing.
Yeah, that was a really good book. It
Who
was
here
really
likes
weird,
Hitchhiker's Guide?
and I'm sure it had. Hitchhiker's Guide is great. by the
Yes,
way.
it is, bro.
Okay, so
Rah,
I was
rah,
just-
Rasputin, Russia's smallest.
Is that what you go to anytime you just don't know what to do? It's just
I
like,
don't know.
oh
I've
crap!
got
It's been silent for too long. Let me start singing Rasputin.
I don't know. I've got this stupid meme
Is
version
that like
of
the
that song
elevator
stuck in my
music?
head.
Anytime that there's just like a moment of silence as we're
Ooh.
riding in the elevator, it's just rah rah Rasputin in the freaking elevator. I don't think that's elevator music.
Russia's smallest uwu bean.
Ooh, bean.
ooh.
No, it's their famous love machine. Oh my!
No, because see, I've never actually
Love
heard
Machine.
the song.
I like that.
That's the actual song.
Yeah, I've actually heard a sped up version that shows them testing a robot that's got funk dance, and then Putin comes in and wrecks it, destroys everything.
I think
It's
I
a
might
great
have seen
video.
the video for that. I just.
I mean, Putin's kind of, not doing the best thing for world peace right now.
I mean, I'm gonna make the incredibly hot take on this that Russia is bad. I mean, I know it's like such an unpopular opinion.
Ugh, why would you think that way? You're just being cis scum.
Okay,
Oh, come on! Seriously. I mean, China's communist. They're the real threat here.
No,
I mean,
China
considering
is stealing
Fallout.
all our jobs, so obviously they're doing something right.
I think Australia is really the problem here.
Oh,
What are you talking
No,
about? They don't
no,
bother
hey,
anyone.
Hey, Australia doesn't exist. Didn't you hear?
Yeah, it's
Why
a
does
That's the
everyone keep
problem.
telling me that? Why does everyone say Australia doesn't exist? Ross from Game Grumps is from there. I like him.
It's a parody of like it's a meme parody of conspiracy theories involving like they're making fun of the fact that people think the Earth is flat or that we never went to the moon and all that kind, or that vaccines are harmful. Making fun of
Wait, it isn't flat?
Nope. Sorry to burst
Dude,
your
have
bubble.
you not heard about the turtle? The great turtle? That,
Yeah,
like, carries the
Guys, like the
world?
5
You guys are sitting on my back,
elephants.
okay?
I need imagery of that.
I believe
I
it.
need
the
that.
5 elephants.
I need Looney, the great world turtle in my life.
Technically,
I will
he's
cause
a
world
tortoise.
peace.
No,
Anyways, so there's a joke conspiracy theory that Australia doesn't exist and anyone who says they're from Australia are just paid actors. I don't know if it's a real conspiracy theory, but I'm pretty sure at least most of the people who talk about it are joking. Pretty sure. Then again,
I
when
mean,
it comes
okay.
to conspiracy
to be
theories,
fair, there are some pretty crazy conspiracy theories
when
out
it
there.
comes
What
to
else?
conspiracy theories,
Antarctica doesn't exist?
1 second,
Look,
I'll be
doesn't,
currently
does
there's a
it?
conspiracy.
well,
theory.
according to this hilarious documentary that's on Netflix called Behind the Curve. Apparently, they're Antarctica. I'm guessing that I'm pretty sure my geography's correct. That's the southern pole. Apparently, planes don't like going over the southern pole because it doesn't exist because it's the Earth is flat.
No, not because it's fucking gigantic, and there's
Yeah, it's also inconvenient to go over there. It's like there's no need unless you're like a scientific research team.
Like, going over the Arctic Circle, that makes sense because there's countries up by the Arctic Circle.
Like I really want to make a video about Behind the Curve because I sat through it pausing it every time I had like a "Are you serious?" moment, like, and I'd type out my response to that, and I want to make a video, but I get the feeling the Flat Earth Society would probably copyright strike me.
I don't think they can.
Wait, Behind the Curve, is it like a for serious or is it a for laughs?
No. It is a seriously, like, it was supposed to, like, be a serious documentary about flat Earth and how the Earth is actually flat. And ironically, the quote-unquote scientific... Actually, it was a scientific experiment. They actually followed the scientific method when doing it. They just took the wrong idea. Basically, the point of the documentary is to highlight the Flat Earth Society and how they're apparently not crazy conspiracy theorists that they are. But it was the weirdest thing is that there's two major experiments they do to try to prove the Earth is flat that undeniably disprove the fact that the Earth is flat, but they won't admit it. There's the first one was they got a really like expensive gyroscope, like I believe it was like a $20,000 like top of the line gyroscope, and they said that if the Earth is really moving around in 24 hours, it spins around, then this gyroscope will have to adjust itself by about 5 degrees in an hour, and it had to adjust itself by about 5 degrees in an hour. They're like, okay, so it somehow was picking up the movement of the dome over the Earth, the sky. So let's put it. That was their weird logic. So let's put it in a box this time, so it can't read the sky. It still moved 5 degrees in an hour, proving the Earth is actually spinning.
I just don't care.
So what was the logic behind that?
So they said that they're gonna try it again inside a bismuth box. Like somehow the stone bismuth will help them figure out the
Best
Earth.
Steven Universe
Let's get
character.
down to bismuth.
But also,
Let's get down to bismuth.
That's my business, not yours.
and then
Steven Universe.
Okay, and then they had another experiment. Another experiment that would definitively prove the Earth is flat or round. They were originally going to shoot a powerful laser across a canal. I believe it's in Texas or something. I forget where exactly it was.
Somebody should just walk around the world.
Hold on.
It would be the easiest way to do it.
Hold on. Let me finish and they would have these posts at different increments across this canal, and if the laser went straight through all of these boards at the same exact location, Earth is flat. When it went through the first one at 5 feet, the next one at like 10 feet or whatever, then the Earth is round. Unfortunately, that experiment didn't end up working. They kind of didn't realize that the laser was like they didn't take into account focusing the laser and all this kind of stuff. So they had a different experiment that ended that it was like where the documentary ended, where they would just use a flashlight and shine it through a power. Hey, hold on.
It gets better.
A really powerful flashlight, so it actually would carry light further.
See, I put double D batteries in this one.
No. Okay. Let me finish explaining. And they had a couple pieces of like foam board lined up on a road with a hole cut at the same location, and they tried to shine the flashlight through, and literally as the documentary cut to black, the light did not come through the hole as they expected. I'm like, okay, so there's cut to black. What are their findings? Mid-credit scene, they have a discussion where they're trying to discuss how, like, what they did wrong and that the Earth is still flat. I'm like, you were so close to a breakthrough. You were this close, and you missed it.
I'm just starting to think that the flat earthers know that they're wrong, but they don't want to be wrong because it makes them special beings.
So there's this guy who's like the quote
It's
unquote
not the worst one though.
Who's the quote king of the flat earthers. Weird domain he rules over. Anyways, his name is Mark Sargent. And
I thought you were gonna say Mark Zuckerberg.
Nope. Okay, hold on, I gotta close my door.
Don't say that. You'll get us zucked.
Zucked. What? What the frick is zucked?
From Facebook.
We're having some construction done, and so there was a vacuum in the back.
Dude, I don't even have Facebook. I'm safe.
Okay. So Mark Sargent, in the beginning of the he's in most of the documentary. In the beginning of the documentary, he's like on like some beach, several 100 miles maybe from Seattle, and he's like, so the reason why science is losing in the argument against flat Earth is because they just throw numbers and math at us. When I just go right over there, and he points across the way, see right over there? That's Seattle. If the world was round, you wouldn't be able to see Seattle. And I'm like, I paused it. I'm like thinking, the world is still round by your own logic, because you can't see any more of Seattle besides the tallest buildings.
I don't care.
And you're severely underestimating the curvature of the Earth.
Why don't one of them just go around the fucking Earth?
Anyways,
because I never read Around the World in 80 Days.
Yeah, so back in the day, there were these Roman people, and believe it or not, they decided to look at some shadows, and they discovered the Earth is round. Way back then.
I know.
I think the Greeks had that shit.
Welcome to the 21st century, where we forgot.
Anyways, and so it's just like...
Well, most of us haven't. It's just the flat earthers are really freaking loud.
Okay, it's just really, really...
Dr. Wolf voice.
It's like really, really funny how this guy is like disproving all this science by just saying, look over there, I can see Seattle. Yeah, you can't see all of Seattle. You can't see any more of Seattle. You're severely underestimating how exactly round the Earth is. In order the horizon line beyond where you can see Seattle, that means the Earth is fucking round.
No, it's flat.
I don't get what the point of the Earth being
feel
flat
like we just like indulging them mainly because we like disproving them, and it's like, yo, that makes us feel good to be the logical people. So the flat earthers are a necessary evil.
You see, But you see, the thing that ends up happening is that they'll ignore your logic, they'll ignore your common reasoning, and just say, no, the Earth is flat. You're part of the government conspiracy or something.
Oh, you mean like people that like?
Yes, I know, but the
I
fun thing is disproving them. It's really funny to watch these people fight against logic and fail miserably, and then just ignore it.
So also apparently Logan Paul is a flat earther now, and he's making a documentary called...
Oh, is that what that's about?
Called I believe it's called The Flat Earth to the Edge and Back or something like that.
He just wants people to forget that he did the thing with the corpse. Like, that's it. That's literally it.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna forget that because the more that he sucks and like drains our youth. Literally, my brother is getting made fun of at school because his name is the same as that mother.
I used to get made fun of school just because I had slightly similar hair to Justin Bieber.
Listen, buddy, that guy's nowhere
everybody
near
did
as
that.
douchebaggy as this guy.
I mean, like, also, but I haven't actually seen the trailer, but I've seen people reacting to the trailer, and they have like the footage in the thing, but like not the entire trailer, just the parts they're reacting to. They're not the shitty react channels. They actually know that they need to add something to the content. And
I like
there was
react
one
channels.
there was one part of the video that they pointed out that I would have not noticed otherwise. During a part where Logan is apparently interviewing some kid who I don't understand why this kid's some authority on flat Earth.
Please don't, no.
On his stack of papers that are clearly his questions, on the back of the stack of papers is a stick figure that Logan had apparently gotten bored and drew there and didn't bother to. It's just funny. It's like you're trying to be serious and there's just like a stick
Yeah, but
figure.
everyone does that. Come on.
It's just funny. He's trying to be serious. And there's a
I
stick
was
figure
trying
on
to
the
be
back.
in my
Come on, we all know that he eats Cinnamon Toast Crunch in the morning. Because he's super
We
sweet.
all put pants on 3 legs at a time.
Okay, listen, the tailbone, that is, it's a fad. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere.
I mean, my tail gets in the way, but I don't wear pants usually.
Well, I mean, you have special fashion. You get, like, tank fashion.
Yeah, I'm rocking these shells.
Yeet.
Yeah! Can we also explain how the frick yeet became a frickin' word in the English language?
I don't
What
care.
What
It's
is-
kind of funny.
What does yeet mean?
It means
Yeet means
to
that when I throw a ball
far
over there and I
away.
say yeet.
Yeah, it means like throwing it far away, basically.
But I've heard it in the
It
context.
means when that
I've heard
bitch
it-
empties, you throw it.
I've heard it in the context of I yeeted out of there. Like what the like.
Yeah, exactly. Running away really quickly. Getting far
Getting
away.
something from one place to
GTFO.
another very quickly.
Yeah, it's yeet for speed and something else for power. What was the other one?
Yeeting. Yeeted. The school of yeet. Come on, it's basic English.
Yeetology, the study of yeet.
Yeetology.
Wumbo!
Oh, god damn it.
Early
How are
SpongeBob's
we-
great.
How the hell is this podcast even less focused than other podcasts have been?
I don't
Listen,
know.
buddy, we're just having fun. I feel like more people will enjoy this than if we tried to stay on topic.
Well,
I mean, we never had a topic in the first place.
we
We've
did.
never stayed
Our
on
topic,
but somehow
our topic was first my birthday, and then we talked about briefly episode 2, and so that was everything on the docket. And now we're just randomly rambling until we get bored.
Please
Okay.
don't stop. I really enjoy this.
Don't
Don't
stop.
stop. Believe.
Believing.
Don't you stop
I
believing!
may have a good voice, but I'm horrible at singing.
Ah, man, dang
Come
it!
on,
So,
everybody.
I believe I can fly.
Forrest, so that means if we ever have the storyteller sing, we're gonna have to cast someone else as your singing voice.
That's a really
No,
good
no,
joke.
just cast me. Just cast me.
Maria,
I believe in the
I
fall.
am a righteous
I
man.
know I
Okay,
can
okay, okay, can
I
you-
am justly
I'm-
proud.
If you keep singing like that, I'm gonna mute you.
I'm sorry.
I apologize. I apologize to anybody who is using headphones for this entire podcast for the hearing loss. You may have.
Shut up! I'm
No, I
perfectly
am
fine on the
yours.
ears. I'm like an
The
angel.
common, vulgar, weak, licentious crowd.
Oh, frick, is he singing Hellfire?
Why I see her dancing there.
I've lost control of the podcast.
Don't worry, I'm going down the toilet with you. It's like a whirlpool to another world.
I see her. I feel her.
Also, the plot of Flushed Away.
Sunlight in her raven hair.
Okay.
Wait, is her hair a
Blazing
raven?
me out of all control.
So
Maybe you should try
Okay,
and get
to-
that out. You
to,
know, maybe flip the batteries.
okay, so to bring us back into
Vaguely the
NHS Productions, I I got bored, and I actually have created the special stats for the main characters of the storyteller. I actually have the special stats. I have the.
Can I read mine?
Oh, well, I do have El Dante's, but I'll save El Dante's and Scribbles for
You don't have
for
Skeeves?
I don't have Skeeves, no. He's not a main character.
Well, how many? Only 2 main characters have been introduced yet, and only one of their voice actors is here.
No, two voice casters are here.
Of main characters?
Main characters, yeah. Forrest is a main character. I hope you realize that the storyteller is the main character of the series.
Is the main character?
I'm only invested in my characters that I get to voice because it's me.
Seriously, like, who else is a main character other than Forrest?
El Dante.
Me
Yeah,
again.
but he's not introduced yet.
Valid point.
So.
But you see, your point is valid.
Scribble has
Yeah,
been.
but she's not here.
Well, Cadet never really wants to show up on the podcast. I asked her if she wanted to be there because she voiced characters in episode 1, and she didn't want to show up to the podcast. I said, "Well, would you do it if you were the main character episodes when you're actually there as Scribble?" And she said maybe. So we'll find out.
Okay,
So I just like to say I had a dream where I went to the store skipping school for second hour, specifically second hour. I went to a giant department store right next to school, and then I wandered around, found $20 on the ground, like haphazardly put on a shelf. I gave it to an old lady, and then I looked up and I found a Juicy Fruit toolbox, which I bought for $6. Specifically with a nickel and a dime.
Hell yeah.
What?
And then I walked out and back in through the winding mess that was this department store. And then I'm like, frick, I totally missed school. Why'd I do this? And then I woke up.
Okay. So do you want to know the information? Should I share?
Really.
Should I share the special stats of Whiskey Pickles, aka the storyteller?
I mean, I'm willing to bet. Like, what is his dump stat? That's what I want to know.
Luck.
Dump stat?
Charisma,
Wait,
obviously.
Wait.
He's gotta have high charisma.
Dump stats are the ones you don't like are really low. His dump stats,
Yes.
he's really bad at perception and luck.
I guess luck's fair.
The perception is because how did he not notice the griffin hovering above him that dropped a spark grenade?
Wow, for some guy who really wants to see it all, he can't see anything.
Okay,
Hey,
so
you know what?
okay, so
Frickin', when did this become the pyro?
I
anyway,
am the darkness.
okay, so we have so Paladin Whiskey Pickles level 14. He's level 14
Why the fuck is he?
Oh
level
man, he's such a
14?
little boy.
because I
Out
did,
of
he's
20?
not level 1. He's not level. He's not super high level. He's also not super low level.
He's
Are
pretty
we
high
talking
level.
about D&D
I mean, I
stats
guess
where
we-
the highest is 20, or are we talking max stats
Oh.
where the highest is 100?
We're
I
talking.
guess
we're-
it's Fallout and the max stats are 50. I didn't think about that. I'm too
That's
used to
50 with DLC.
Well, we're
Yeah.
probably gonna function with the reality before Fallout 4, which Fallout 4 has the
Yes.
unlimited cap. But anyways, strength 10, perception 3, endurance 6, charisma 9, intelligence 7, agility 5, and luck 3. Tagged skills are science, unarmed, and speech.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
He has the Wild Wasteland perk. Trait,
Yeah.
not perk, trait. As well as I think I may have borrowed this from either Fallout 1 or 2. I was just looking on the Fallout wiki for different traits. Bruiser. You are a little slower but a little bigger. You may not hit as often, but they
That was
feel it.
stupid.
They feel it when you do. Your total action points are lowered, but your strength is increased. That's why he has a 10 for strength. Because I think it gives you like a plus something to
You
strength.
should never have a 10 for strength to start with.
He's super strong, okay?
By cybernetics.
He's super strong.
Which is why he totally got screwed over by an incompetent, wimpy person.
He has there's perks. He has Little Leaguer, Swift Learner, Intense Straining, Iron Fist, which he took twice, Bloody Mess, Toughness.
Does he have Child at Heart?
No.
How many fucking
He
perks
should.
do you
know,
give him?
He should. I think I'm with the Fallout 3 method of having a perk every single level.
It should.
Like, he should be Child at Heart because that man
New
just
Vegas
has all
makes
the
more
optimism in the world.
Perk every other level makes more sense.
He'll take Child at Heart when he gets to level 15. Okay. Anyways, Strong Back. Strong Back. He took that twice.
Wish I had that in real life.
Fortune.
Because my back's terrible.
Fortune Finder, Finesse, Here and Now, basically just giving him another level. Robotics Expert, and
that one doesn't make any sense outside of New Vegas. Here and Now doesn't make sense if it's
and then Silent Running, because he somehow sneaks up on all these people.
Why the heck would you take Here and Now if it only serves to make it so you only have one less perk?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense if you get another perk instantly when you take the other level. It's not a good trade-off.
I'm pretty sure that
it was only in New Vegas.
I'm pretty sure that there's a Here and Now in Fallout 3.
I'm pretty sure there isn't.
I'm pretty sure I took it.
I'm just saying that Here and Now. Sure. Here and Now doesn't seem like it's a benefit in the long run because you could have perks at every level.
Well,
it's not a benefit, specifically because, perks are better.
Well, I don't care. I gave him Here and Now because originally he was level 13. Like, no, screw it. I wanted level 14.
But why?
You could have just put him at level 14.
You could have just... That's true.
You could have just put him at level 14 and then given him Childhood at Heart.
It is in Fallout 3, and I find that really dumb.
Alright, fine. I'll change Here and Now to Child at Heart. Are you happy?
Yes, I am, actually.
Sorry, actually, I think in the Fallout Equestria context, it will be Full at Heart.
Full at Heart?
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Full at Heart.
Full at Heart.
I know it's full at... I've taken that.
He could be the full card in the tarot deck. Game. Anybody here watch JoJo?
Mainly because I had a full. No, I did not watch JoJo, and I may never will.
But anyways,
it's really good though.
But I had so much work though.
No, it's not.
I don't want to have to watch the first part, and I don't like watching stuff out of order.
Literally, each of them are their own self-contained stories.
I know, but they have an order, and I just don't want to watch the first one.
Anyways, I won't share any more of her stats, but Scribe Scribble is going to start at level 5, and El Dante is going to start at level 9.
Okay.
What did you say?
You guys will see what I'm...
Is it something we're not supposed to say on air?
No. Give me a second.
Where is Forrest gone?
Give me a second. Oh, I'm cracking up with the idea of showing this.
Wait,
okay.
Then show it!
Is Forrest still here?
Yo, remember this?
Oh, I fucking remember that. I don't... Ugh. Whatever, the best weapons are always freaking unique weapons. They're just more fun.
Wait,
what the fuck is Lionheart?
What are you laughing at?
What the fuck is Lionheart?
What are you laughing at?
Look at podcast planning.
What the fuck is this game?
Oh my gosh. I'm dying inside.
Wait,
we want to play Lionheart sometime.
What happened to Forrest?
I don't know. He muted us.
Forrest?
Yo, Lily, have you seen this yet?
Have I seen what?
Have you seen the thing in podcast planning?
I've not seen that video.
Dude, watch it. It's hilarious.
Oh
okay.
I mean, I haven't seen that.
It's
particular
40
one.
seconds long. It's not that long.
I just don't care enough to watch the animated version fully.
Okay, he's disappeared for a minute.
He wants you to give him admin. No,
No. I think he said, "Give me a minute." Okay, I will.
Okay, D&D stats. What's your favorite D&D?
D&D stats?
Yes, what's your favorite D&D class?
Bard or Rogue?
I returned.
Was that funny?
What?
It was something.
Can I just?
I'm gonna...
So
Sorry, something about Hank Hill being all serious and stuff.
So basically, one of the favorite perks I've ever created for Fallout Equestria has probably got to be the Pinkie Pie cheat. Screw the rules.
Oh, I remember where I first saw that propane nightmare thing. When Comic shared it to this chat. Because he
I
shared
know! And then I started posting it
from
everywhere.
Because it was
I
in the
loved
files from the other place.
Oh, okay. Anyways, it was the Pinkie Pie cheat. Screw the rules. You get a third trait.
It's actually a pretty fair perk.
It basically, and I created it, I think, because I needed a character in my Fallout Equestria story to suddenly have a new trait that they just figured they didn't know anything about their past. They learned something about their past, and because it was relating to the Ministry of Morale that they found out, like, okay, Pinkie Pie cheat, screw the rules, you get a third trait, and that third trait became the fact that they are a Ministry of Morale member or descendant from a member, so they have basic.
Why wouldn't that be a perk? Why would that need to be a trait?
Because I didn't want to take up a trait slot, a perk slot for that.
But you
That's not what we're getting at. We're getting at, isn't family just a thing that happens? That shouldn't be a trait.
No. It's not that she's she finds. It's in my current story, Icarus. The character Looker
one cares.
Finds out that she had amnesia about it, and she didn't know that she was because reasons I won't get into, was a member of the Ministry of Morale, and so because she found that out, it unlocked a trait, but she already had 2 traits.
It could have just been a quest perk.
No.
You know what? I have a feeling that this is gonna go like, no, I want it my way.
Like, remember I had that one character, the portal jumper from that one fic that was really, really dumb?
No, I don't, because I don't read fan fiction that often.
I never actually wrote it. No, so I shared it with Comic at one point, and so it was this Fallout Equestria fic that was portal themed, and yet I never actually got to the portal part because I spent the first 3 chapters discussing how her aunt was racist.
Okay.
Why the heck? Never mind. I don't want to get into this.
Anyway,
I decided that her aunt was a meme pony.
Anyways, so because
see you later, Loon. It was great while we had you.
Yep, have a good one.
Sorry.
It's
Hug
all
the
right.
turtle.
Yay, hugs.
Hugs.
But anyways,
Honey.
so because I wanted it to be a trait because it's because she wasn't joining the Ministry of Morale. She has been a part of one, and she just found out.
But it still could have been a quest perk.
Listen, stop waving your dicks around, okay? It's fine.
Wow.
I don't think I can. I'm a bunny. I'm kind of small. No,
You fuck like nobody's business.
Hashtag furry logic.
Okay.
No,
Anyways, the thing is, I eventually want to have a quote unquote perk that's a cheat for each of the Ministry members. I think I talked about this before. Like, there'll be the Applejack cheat, the Rarity cheat, the Rainbow Dash.
I don't know which one of
Can I
us
have
you
a perk
talked
that
about
says
it
cleanliness is next to godliness that turns me into an alicorn when I finally clean up the shed?
No.
Can I have a perk?
Can I be One Punch Man?
I did not create the special stats for the NHS members. I am sorry. You can make those yourself.
Alright,
really,
cleanliness
really
is next
low
to godliness. When I finally clean up the entire wasteland, I will become a god.
I will have 13 luck, thank you very much. And
I have to.
That's counterproductive.
no,
I
it's
think.
not in the PNP. It's not. If it is in the game, because in the game you can't go beyond a certain point, but in the pen and paper you can continue, and you just keep getting benefits.
Wait, no, I'm just saying, Lex stat at 13, wouldn't that, like, make it essentially 0?
13 is my lucky number.
13 is literally stereotyped as the most unlucky number
That's why
imaginable.
it's my lucky number.
Then explain to me why there's a lotto ticket that sell at my work that's called Lucky 13.
Okay, here's a question. If 13 is unlucky, then so should the... Why isn't the letter B unlucky? Because it's just
Why?
a smushed together 13.
Well, you see, I see your logic there, but dang it, I didn't count into bleat speak.
What's her name? Bob? Ah, fuck!
That's 13013.
I'll probably have like the screw for the Rainbow Dash cheat. Screw the rules. You have 10 agility or something like that. It's like just like
Screw the rules.
plus 10
You can do a
agility.
Sonic... Okay.
You can fly now.
an Earth pony that gets that. Wait, what?
Yeah. Ooh, just he poses away.
Freaking
Flips through a wall.
No, just
like
has
the Earth pony
screw the
gets
rules.
it,
You
and then
can
like
now
he
do a
jumps
Sonic
really
Rainbow.
high, and then he falls to his death.
Just can do
Yeah.
a Sonic Rainbow. Like, just no matter what, even if you're an Earth Pony, just do a Sonic
I'm
Rainbow.
pretty sure Pinkie Pie had 10 agility. That or warp.
She
probably-
no. You see,
She's basically Sans
Well,
from
well-
Undertale.
okay. Pinkie
She
Pie.
had
Pinkie,
3 perks.
any member of the Pie family, if they listen to Yakety Sax, they can just teleport.
Wait, I need to know what Yakety Sack is.
Do you not know what Yakety... Anyway,
What the frick's Yakety Sack?
it's that song where they chase people.
Oh, that's Benny Hill theme.
Yeah.
The Benny Hill theme. Okay.
And the only reason I say that is because there's a fic written by a friend of mine, Gamma Decay, in his fic.
I have fruit gushers from the 90s.
In his fic,
Are you
I
gonna
believe
eat
it was Merchants of Hope. Spoiler alert. How the main bad guy, which is essentially Pinkie Pie but not really, got around the wasteland so quickly was
Wait, is
they
there
were
a
listening to
she
Yakety Sax and just essentially teleported.
Wait, isn't she 13 or is she 7?
Oh no, we're down to one view. Shit.
Oh no! We're losing our viewers! Quick, let's talk about anime! Hey, anybody see Ranma 1/2?
No.
No. Has anyone seen how to... that time I got reincarnated as a slime?
Yo, bro, I'm watching it right now, baby.
I'm almost done. I can't wait till that last...
His pack of
weird
good
episode.
boys are my favorite. I love Ranga.
What
I have
what
2
heck?
episodes.
Are
There
you
were
talking
2
about?
episodes. I have 1 episode left.
We're talking about anime, bro. We're being serious. We're going all the way.
I'm not saying I don't watch anime. I just have never heard of that anime.
Okay, so there's
Dude,
this,
it's good.
It's an isekai anime called That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, and the whole point is it's this Japanese dude whose dying wish is that his computer gets destroyed and that he wishes he wasn't a virgin, which he calls being a great sage, which then turns him into a super smart slime in an alternate universe.
He also
where
gets
he-
unique skill predator for wanting to get all the girls and get all the harems.
Yes, and he has the unique skill Great Sage for just being the best virgin.
So
Yeah.
So what you're saying is it's an ecchi anime?
It's
No,
an
ecchi.
isekai.
This is not ecchi. This is like actually isekai. It sounds like ecchi at first,
I
but in
mean-
reality, it's just sort of like this guy's just thinking his last thoughts,
I mean,
and it ends up being his
okay.
benefit.
Okay, so ecchi is a type of anime. Isekai is a certain like creator of
It's
anime.
a genre. No, isekai is a genre.
Same as ecchi.
And they can.
What is ecchi?
They why can't they be both? Why can't it
Ecchi
be-
is just boobs.
Oh, yeah. There's some at the beginning, but
why? I mean, it can be both. You can have multiple.
No, ecchi is like straight up. Yo, dude, there's no clothes.
No. That's hentai. It's a different thing.
No, that's not. No, hentai is straight up porn.
No, hentai is just perversion. They can't show that stuff.
Oh, you know what's a great anime that's going to come out soon?
Have we just alienated the rest of the group from the conversation?
What are you talking about, dude?
Yes.
I guarantee you, if you talk about anime, more people will come because...
No, because Forrest isn't speaking, and I think Looney left.
Looney left a
Looney
while
left
ago.
for
Did you
other things?
Hi, Forrest.
Forrest, what's your favorite anime?
One Punch Man.
Yo, good one.
Pun.
So there's this.
Have you seen Mob Psycho 100?
Yes.
It's made by the same dude.
Yep.
So there's this.
Dude,
I think it's a Netflix.
Reagan is the best.
I think there's a Netflix.
I am the great
Can I
Reagan!
fucking
No, you cannot. You're the one that's.
So there's. I think it qualifies as a Netflix original anime, but I don't really know because it's kind of like that weird it's that weird like 2D 3D animation style kind of thing, kind of like Ruby, but not exactly like Ruby. It's more animated, and it feels like it's made from the same people who made the Avatar and Korra series, because the first season was book 1 Moon and the second season is book 2 Sky.
I think that's actually made by the same people, though.
Okay, because it's called The Dragon Prince and it's really good.
I don't.
Oh, yeah, that's made by totally the same people, actually. I haven't watched it yet, mainly because I'm trying to get through Ranma right now, which is essentially the very first harem. It's the very first harem, and it's about this guy who every time he gets cold water dunked on him, he turns into a girl.
Oh, I remember that. No, wait, is it?
Now that's a very ecchi
Sorry.
anime.
That's not ecchi at all. It's just harem.
See, I was when I heard you say that, I was thinking of a completely different anime. I'm like, oh, I heard it. I don't know what that is.
Wait, tell me what this anime's name is now.
No, I was thinking of Fruit Basket, where whenever you get hugged by the opposite sex, you turn into an animal.
Oh man, that's not as interesting.
I kind of think it would be interesting.
I know, but it's like, this has sort of the same feel to it, but like, imagine all the ideas that you can explore with having a character not tied down by gender.
That's why I always play a character that has true polymorph. No, in D&D, I complained too much about it, not about polymorph not allowing me to turn into other sentient creatures, that I just got an amulet that just has like a little switch on it.
Or you could wait until you get the true polymorph spell.
Yeah, at level 17.
When you've probably stopped playing at this point because everyone's schedules doesn't convene.
I mean, we're only at level 14 and we've been playing for a year. Over a year.
I've just been the rogue and I've been flowing my money around mainly because I just want to do this. I want to do as many power moves as I can.
Bard. Wait, should we just end the call now?
No,
end the stream.
If you want to.
We have literally gone so off track. I have retitled this podcast a very off track podcast. We literally celebrated my birthday for like 2 minutes. Then we talked about the second episode like we had planned for like 5 minutes. And then since then we went on a divergent tangent into Fallout Equestria.
Anyway, so High School of the Dead is one of the best ecchi anime ever.
I never actually saw that. I just couldn't
dude. If you, buddy, do you do the favor?
It looks so boring.
Anyways, I think on that note, let's end this podcast. We've been rambling long enough.
No, not until he watches anime.
I've been Chalkfee. True, come on, Ivory Pony. No, wait, I was supposed to say
I have been at the Ivory Giant. I don't know why I was invited here.
Because you played a character in the recent episode. That's why.
All right, yeah, that's a valid reason.
And also because somehow you became more talkative in between the last time I talked to you and this time.
Oh yeah, it's called a confidence boost.
I'm
on drugs
ComicSansPony.
anymore.
I'm what?
Yeah, same.
Whoa, what?
Prescription
Just
drugs.
kidding. No, it's him. The reason why it has the confidence boost is just drugs.
Well, I do
Mentats
have.
are real powerful.
Well, you
Don't
mean
do
I
drugs,
do
people.
have
Don't do
drugs,
drugs,
but they're
people.
legal drugs, and I take them by prescription.
Ah, a
Anyways,
damn shame.
Forrest, the voice of the storyteller,
Yes,
whom
it is me.
who may also be voicing another character in the next episode because he's the only person who auditioned.
Yeah, cough, cough, you guys.
Well, listen, it would be weird if I was voicing my own, Why would I voice that, man? That would be super weird.
Quiet, no spoilers.
I'm sorry, I like spoilers on cars. They look really cool.
And Looney the Turtle was here. I don't know if he'll ever show up to my podcast again, because that was a
Probably not.
Frickin' that's on his
Probably
tombstone.
not one of these. Maybe
Looney
on one of the
Turtle
other.
was here.
I mean, maybe. Well, then again, the next time he plays a character is in the episode involving Ditsy Doo.
Isn't he in the next episode?
He's in the next episode.
Okay, he's in the next episode, so he'll probably be here again for that as well, if he wants to be. Hopefully, we have.
I feel like he's gonna say he's busy.
I mean, the guy is a busy
with
man.
something.
We'll probably have a much more structured and podcast then, maybe, and perhaps
No, we won't.
Perhaps I will remember to share it beforehand. I remember I was at work sometime this past week. I'm like, I should share out on the NHS Twitter that we're having a podcast on Friday. And then
Did I really fuck up the way my stool is stated so that it looks like part of the stool is the floor?
I don't know. Anyway, it may have been I unchecked something that I was supposed to check in the document, but maybe. Anyways,
Listen, I'm just very intently stroking the mane of Forrest Gullivery for the past 2 hours.
Hour and
I never said stop.
Anyways,
It's just perfectly come through, no more knots.
hour and 20 minutes.
So I was sitting out until I thought. Then I thought, no, I'm not gonna post this from work on my phone. I'm gonna wait till I can get to TweetDeck on my computer, and then I just never got around to tweeting about it. So that's why nobody
That's
knew.
comic for you. He forgets to do that.
I mean, he did forget to, do this or his other stuff.
Well,
Or
I
anything
completely
else
spaced this podcast
for
and Todd
5
reminded me, and I'm
hours.
like, oh, right. Oh, jeez.
I mean,
Okay,
considering I
okay.
completely forgot to do the art until 30 minutes before we started.
Okay, I'm gonna stop streaming now, but we can still keep the call going.